am a third-year statistics major here at UC Davis, and I'm one of the co-founders of iidata. I'm also currently the public relations executive. So nice to meet you all. Today we'll be talking about what exactly you can expect at iidata, the events that will be coming to you, how you can get more involved and just stay on top of all the details, and I guess just like the next steps that you'll be taking at the end. So, just carrying on. So iidata. What? So what exactly is iidata? iidata, if you could summarize it in one short sweet sentence, would be probably this. It's a one-day student-run data science convention held at the collegiate level. So this convention is open to all students. All that matters is that you're currently a university student, and it's open to all students around NorCal, or even like if you have some friends in SoCal, they're all welcome to attend. This is also run by students, so we're all UC Davis students currently attending right now, and we're all just like behind the scenes just making this data science convention happen. So if I can just get a raise of hands, is anyone on the iidata board right now present in the audience? Awesome, cool, thank you for attending. Okay, so going into the logistics, so what you can expect to actually attend this event is that first of all, it's going to be actually happening on February 4th, 2017. It's going to be from the morning until the evening. It's going to be from 10 a.m. That's when our opening ceremony is, and it's going to run all the way until 6 p.m. In the middle, you can expect competitions, lots of really cool, interesting workshops, guest speakers from industry as well as academia, and really cool, like a research exhibition and a career fair. There's a lot of things really packed into this one-day experience that we'll be elaborating on further into this presentation. Last of all, it's going to be at the UC Davis Conference Center. So that is near the Mondavi Center as well as the Alumni Center, School of Management, and sort of in that one side of campus. So, okay, so I know some of you may be asking this question to yourself. So what exactly can you expect there? So here's just a really nice summarizing slide of what you can be expecting there. So there's going to be networking, there's a predictive modeling competition, timed analysis competition, talks from academia and industry, career fair, lots of other things that you can expect there. You can see that even though it's just a few hours, we really try to pack as much as we can into this one-day experience. And just to summarize things up, here are the stats from iidata 2016. So this year, 2017, iidata 2017, we're going to have a lot more events and hopefully bump up those numbers. But just to give you an idea, iidata 2016 was the first time that we ever ran this convention. So just to give you an idea, these are some of the stats that you found on the event last year. So we had 4 large workshops, 7 guests on our industry panel, over 300 participants, 6 guest speakers, 6 research projects, 3 competitions, and this was all run in 8 hours. Sorry. Okay, and just to elaborate a little further, here are some pictures of iidata 2016. So right over here you can see these are our winners from the 2016 research exhibition competition. And yeah, so they ended up receiving prizes at the end, and then they actually got up on the stage and shook hands with the ASA president at the end, which is pretty cool, if I say so myself. And then Rocky Pan, who is a UC Davis alumni, he currently works at Delta Dental, and he led a SQL workshop using the League of Legends dataset. I didn't attend myself, but I heard it was pretty cool. Okay. And then last of all, we also have some pictures from the timed analysis competition. And this is our on-site 3-hour long coding session where you are just given a data set, some questions, and you just run with it. So, okay, now passing it off to Ray.
Hi everybody, hi guys, I'm Ray. I'm also on the publicity team of iidata. I'm going to go over kind of the details of some of the specific workshops that we're going to be having. So one of the biggest takeaways for iidata is definitely about learning. You know, we want people to come to our event, come to our convention, yes, to take part in those high-level competitions and research exhibitions, but also, you know, to get hands-on experience and definitely talk to a lot of experts in the field and definitely understand a lot of the technical sides behind a lot of the inner workings of data science and how it goes about. So definitely one of our goals, one of our main takeaways as the team of the iidata this year especially is we hope you guys all go home feeling like you've really learned something. Like, you know, after the 8 long hours, you know, you're really going to feel really tired, but we hope it's going to be a very fulfilling experience for everybody. You know, I know last year we had several workshops that were held, And there were a lot of attendance from a lot of different people from all over, and I think it was a very fulfilling experience for a lot of people to get hands-on experience, that technical, see the technical inner workings behind what it's like to be a data scientist. So again, another great thing about all these workshops and attending all of these things is that the environment that you're placed in. Throughout the convention, you're going to be surrounded with a lot of other like-minded individuals, a lot of people who are going to be either aspiring data scientists like yourself, or other people who are just simply interested in data science, wanting to know more about it. This large mixture of people coming from all different backgrounds is going to help you, excel, learn more, get interested, stay focused. And of course, it's not a very high-pressured environment. It's as you all are peers, you are all working together. You guys are all in that process to figure out what you guys are trying to do. So, last year I mentioned here are some of the workshops specifically that we actually had last year at the convention. So we had Python and data science for our users. So, with data science being such a newly emerging field, there are a lot of different languages and a lot of questions like, oh, which programming languages do I need to know? And one of the big ones is Python, and obviously are the ones that are commonly taught in statistics classes here at UC Davis. And so this was a very beneficial workshop for a lot of UC Davis students and aspiring data scientists to kind of get their hands exposed to. Also, there's SQL, the database language, which we also had someone come in last year and give a hour or so workshop about that as well, and general data science overviews. And also we had data visualization. So we had a couple of people from across teaching Tableau and D3. And so to get a little bit more into that, I'm sure many of you guys may or may not have seen these types of plots, in some of your stat classes, some of your programming classes, like how to graph using R and everything like that. During the workshops, we were actually had the opportunity to learn how to transform data and change it and see how it looks like. And this is kind of how D3, the data visualization language, was able to express those type of simple plots, those type of simple data into these complex graphical forms that are easy to look at and definitely help for presentation-wise and everything like that. So it's definitely a wide range of topics that you can be learning from here, and I think with that environment with other people who you are also surrounded with, it's definitely an opportunity to grow. So in addition to that, we also have the guest speakers portion of the convention. So this is where we actually have representatives from companies involved in data science that use data science and are in industry come out and come speak to us, as university students to kind of give us an idea of what their job is like, what's the day-to-day of a data scientist, or how do you use data science in a variety of different fields, And last year when I attended, I definitely was surprised by some of the applications that a lot of these companies were using it for. There were definitely some of these things that I wouldn't readily think about, but just to list off a couple right here, as you can see, we had people coming from the CHHS, Baidu, and Square, and these are some of the headlines of some of the topics that they were talking about. In addition, with all these guest speakers, we actually had a guest speaker panel. So some of the people that we invited out to come speak to us as university students, we actually had sit down in a panel, and it was an opportunity for them to answer some pre-made questions and just some general questions about what their life is like in industry, and obviously here are some of the questions that were asked. But it's also a great opportunity to for you guys, as audience members, as students, to also have your time to ask these industry people, kind of pick their brains a little bit and kind of figure out how they work and how they use data and how they use statistics and how they merge these worlds together, And after the guest speaker panel, there was definitely a time to have a Q&A. So there was actually a lot of interactions between the faculty, people in industry, and other students who are here. So it's definitely a very impactful experience. Okay.
Hi, I'm Graham. I'm on the competitions team, and I'm going to be in charge of the research exhibition. So it is going to be primarily for undergraduates. You'll come in and people have poster boards, you talk about your research, and in pretty much any field you could think of that's even tangentially related to data science, we're not going to be very strict about that. We had a lot of different projects last year. I think the winner wrote an R package to do prediction algorithms like what Netflix does. I was part of a team that presented research on the geometry of data in high dimensions, that kind of stuff. And you can do pretty much whatever you want. That's the gist of that. It's not going to be strictly limited to undergraduates, although that's mostly what we're going for. And your research also does not need to be completed. It's okay if it's in progress. Prizes too. Is there anything else to say about that? No, I don't think so. Yeah, it's pretty straightforward, honestly. It was one of the bright spots last year. People really, really liked it. In fact, it was so popular that a couple of the judges chipped in a bunch of their own money to up the prize pool because they thought the competition was so good. So yeah, that'll be fun. Who is next?
All right, so hi, my name is Patrick. I am the CE, aka the competitions executive, and I am in charge of the competitions team. So I run a lot of affairs with that team, and part of what we're doing this year is we're going to be doing the research exhibition that Graham mentioned. That will be under control of Graham, but we're also making 2 competitions and 2 workshops. So we'll start off with the TAC, which is the timed analysis competition. So in this competition, I like to call it more of a statistical inference competition. So you will be given a data set and you'll be using your skills in statistics and also some basic data manipulation skills to make statistics work on a real life data set. So you'll have 3 hours of coding and you'll be doing a lot of crazy stuff in your language of choice. And you'll be given a list of questions that you'll choose from. And you will be making this into something that you can present to judges who will critique your work. And let's get into the more interesting parts of it. So it will be hosted on site on February 4th. It will be running from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So there will be 3 tiers in this competition. There will be entry level, intermediate, and expert. And what you do is for each tier you're in, so you'll be given a set of questions related to that tier. There may be 1 or 2 questions that everyone can answer, but if you see the questions for your tier, you're going to answer them and no others. So if I was an expert, for example, I'd only answer the questions that pertain to everyone and for expert. So we're going to try to classify people by what their statistical inference skills are or what their programming skills are. So for the entry level, we recommend that you have taken stats 13 or 32. That's pretty much all you need. For intermediate, the questions will be kind of upper division statistical inference questions like linear regression, 106, 108. For expert, kind of a plethora of things. You could come into this as someone who's really good at computer science, machine learning, or you can come in as someone who's really good at statistical learning, from the stats side. So I recommend you take stats 141 or 141A, or you take stats 137 and maybe ECS 171 or stats 104. So we recommend that you use R or Python for this one. And after you finish at 2 o'clock, we will be, you'll have an hour to get ready for the presentations, which will run from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. So besides the TAC, we also have the predictive modeling competition. So this is kind of a long-term thing, and it's a lot more in the arena of prediction, not statistical inference. So there isn't all the stringy rules with working with statistical data that you might have in the TAC, for example. So you'll be judged a lot on how well you can produce a fit rate for a data set. I just want to give a couple hints about this. This data set is very relevant. It's an awesome data set. I made it myself. You're all going to love it. And it's not classical like machine learning. There is a twist to it that you will find out when it is released into the wild on January 11th, 2017. So you will have to submit a model by February 1st, 2017, which is 3 days before the convention. And then after that, we'll select a certain amount of people who have the best fit rate, and they will present at iidata on February 4th. So just so you know, you will have to do a lot of research while you do this. So you may have to do personal research on the subject the data set is related to. and you might have to research some other like topics to make the algorithm work better. There might be some like concepts that you might not have learned before, but we expect that you take up this subject and learn it on your own so you can make a better algorithm. And let's see. So we'll be holding an overview for competitions probably around the end of fall quarter or the beginning of winter quarter, and we'll be going over like what they are in more detail, but also like we might give a good sneak peek of what the PMC data set might be. All right, so.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Patrick. So really what sets our data science convention apart from any other conference that you may have attended or any hackathon is that we try to include as much as we can. We have all these workshops, we have the guest speakers, but really what sets us apart are those competitions. So you really, like, these are our own competitions that we've created on our own, and they're really exciting, especially with the timed analysis competition. We're really, this year, we're trying to make it open to anyone that wants to join. So that's why we have the 3 different levels. So if you're at all interested in getting some really nice hands-on experience with data science, I really recommend joining. Okay, so with all that information, that was just mainly to give you like a little highlight, a little sneak peek as to what iidata is going to be about. So if you're interested, how do I sign up? How do I go forward? Okay, so just going, giving some more details. So for the admission fees, if you want to do the research exhibition, it is going to be $10 per project. So that's going to be for your team. So don't worry, it's not $10 per person. And then for the timed analysis competition, it is going to be $10 per team as well. And this is just to make sure that, one sec, Patrick. So this is just to make sure that like we don't have like a lot of people signing up and then like flaking at the last minute. So actually, are you going to talk about the waiver? Or?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
The TAC, it might not be like an actual fee, but more of a deposit that you get back as long as you attend the TAC. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So the main thing is just that we want to make sure that you will actually be attending. And then at the end, if you do end up participating, you will be getting the $10 back. And also, general admission is currently tentatively $15. However, this is our current price right now that we're just advertising. But just to let you all know that the price may change and it will only be in your favor. So it's just going to go down. And also, if you will be attending, there will be food. So something always great to look forward to. Okay, so for more information, you can always just check out our website, iidata.net. It's filled with all the information about what exactly is iidata, what is data science. You know, it's a recent word that a lot of people have been saying recently, this word, oh, data science, ooh, big data. But what exactly is it? So we tried our best attempt at like what we personally think as data science. So if you're sort of a little unsure about what exactly the topic is about, you can also find that information on our website. Also, we have a newsletter that we will send out periodically right now. It's sort of slow in the beginning since we still have quite a bit of time until February 4th. But as the event gets closer, we'll be releasing more updates and information about, you know, new sponsors, new guest speaker topics, as well as upcoming workshops that you'll be expecting on the day of. So be on the lookout for that. You can sign up on our website. You just click on the Get Notified tab, or you can click Sign up for a newsletter. Okay. Like our Facebook page. So if you just search up iData on Facebook, you'll find our page there. We'll also be updating that with data science articles as well as updates on our convention. And yeah, just stay tuned for updates. So the registration form will be opening up in December as of now. So we'll be getting a lot of updates released to you through the newsletter and Facebook about that. But just be on the lookout. That's when you should be generally be expecting that. Okay. Is it? Okay. 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 And just last of all, just to give you one last reminder of when iData is, it's Saturday, February 4th, 2017, from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. It's going to be held at the UC Davis Conference Center. Everyone got that? Cool. Okay. Now, that's pretty much it for what we had to talk about at our info session. Does anyone have any questions for us? Anything? Anything? Yes.
Are we required to stay the whole time if we show up? Or
Yeah.
can we just like come and go?
Yeah, that's a good question. So actually, yeah, quite a lot of people have asked us about that. So we realize that 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. is quite a long time, And you are not required to stay the whole time, but we would like you to because we have all these events prepared for you so that we would hope that you really get this immersive experience and learn as much as you can. But yeah, you can feel free to leave and enter as you want to. Any other questions? Okay, so I guess that pretty much wraps it up. If you have any questions for us, we're just going to be at the front answering questions. But feel free to help yourself to the pizza. There's still a lot in the back. So just grab some on your way out. But thank you all for attending. Hope to see you.